Good evening, everyone. Evening, Mark. Evening, Sharon. Hope you're all right. Oh, got some news, some good news tonight in the way of aviation news. Excuse me, I've got a proper cough I can't get rid of, guys. Evening, Neil. Hope you're all right, mate. I just can't shake this cough at the moment. I had a cold last few weeks and I've just got a cough on top of it. Now it's a tickly cough I can't get rid of. So if I do start coughing or I nip off for a split second, I do apologise because I'll have to grab a drink to stop the coughing. Hope you're all right, Neil. Hope you've had a good evening, mate, and good week. Hope everyone in the chat so far has had a really good week and looking forward to a great weekend. Just let me know if the sound quality is all right, everyone. Just to clarify, I want to make sure that the sound's all right and you can hear me loud and clear. Even Alex, you all right, mate? Yeah, could someone just say in the chat whether they can hear me all right or anything? Evening, Clive. You all right, mate? Cheers, Mark. Thank you very much. How you doing, Clive? Hope you're all right, mate. Cheers, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you. It's just nice to know because sometimes, like last week, we had a bit of an issue with the sound. And we had a few little glitches, so it's just nice to know that everything's all right. So, basically, it's a normal weekly chat tonight, but on top of it, cool. Thank you, Clive. Thank you very much. Nice to know it's going through loud and clear your end. So, on top of everything else tonight, the normal weekly chat that is obviously. I hope my laptop's having a mental breakdown here. We are doing the 1K giveaway as well. So, we've got that to do tonight. So I just want to let me flip the camera around. Let's see if it'll let me. So there you go. So that's obviously I'm watching myself live there. So there you go. So there is the random generator with everyone that's entered into the giveaway. So good luck to everyone that has entered the giveaway tonight. 1 second. Let's get back onto what I was on. So yeah. So that camera back around actually. So yeah, good luck everyone for everyone who entered. Thank you very much for everyone that entered. We'll be doing that after the news. We'll do the giveaway after we've done the aviation news, so we'll save that till near the end. But yeah, it's great to see. We've had about, I think, 32, 35 people enter the giveaway, which is still good. It's still good numbers. Evening, Wadders. You all right, mate? But yeah, I just want to, shout out to everyone that's been sharing it and who's actually entered and done everything that's needed to do to enter the giveaway. I really appreciate it. So I hope I'll run through. Last time before I do the draw, I'll run through all the giveaway prizes. I've got them just down here, and obviously I'll get them. Evening, Jim. You all right, mate? And I'll get them all basically shipped off next week for you. So, so I'm gonna crack on because I understand. I believe there's something called Strictly Come Dancing on about just after about 8 o'clock tonight. I don't get it myself. Watching a lot of people dance on the dance floor. Discuss it amongst yourselves. I just don't get Strictly Come Dancing at all. As far as I'm concerned, it can get in the bin. so yeah, on with the news. I'm just going to try and place this so I don't look like I'm ignoring you guys. So I'm not looking away as much. I'm trying to sort it so I'm looking a bit more central at you. So start off the news today. We've been getting some. Obviously, you've been hearing all these things coming out about going carbon neutral by a certain date. Even Stan, you all right, mate? So basically, yeah, we've heard a lot of news, a lot of chatter on this zero emissions and all this going on for the future. So to start off the news, Rolls-Royce have achieved a world's first this week. They have announced that they have successfully run a modern aircraft engine on 100% renewable hydrogen So this is absolutely massive in the way of a step towards zero carbon emissions. How you doing, Lee? You all right, mate? So this is massive, massive news in the way that Rolls-Royce have massively got the jump on Airbus on this one. I think it's basically this is a massive, massive step forward in the way they want, these completely zero carbon neutral aircrafts in the future, which I think is roughly they're aiming to start at around about 2035, 37, I think. So, yeah, I'm doing good, Lee. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. So, on the top of that, there was an summit. There was an Airbus summit on the 30th of November, a few days ago. 1 second. So, Airbus touched on this earlier on this year, and they have unveiled that they are testing how hydrogen engines are to be tested on the A380. They have confirmed it now at this Airbus summit on the 30th of November. The manufacturers unveiled that hydro-powered zero-emission engine will be considered as one of its potential options for the emissions-free aircraft that is scheduled to enter service in 2035. So, for me, that's not that far away. That's just over 10 years away. They're looking at having. It could do, Alex. It could do, but I don't think at the moment they're only testing it. It's like like the 747 had that test engine strapped to its fuselage. I think it's just one of them test engines like that. I'll drop. Wadders gave me the link to this. Shout out for Wadders for this news. If Ozzy, you all right, mate? Thanks for joining in. I'll drop the link later on. I'll drop it on my Instagram for this, so you can all have a look, or on the Facebook group as well. But yeah, so basically the potential is the options for 2035 to enter an emissions-free aircraft, and they're looking at the moment it's going to be on a turboprop engine. So the turboprop engine is going to basically it's going to power 100 passenger aircraft with a range of 1,000 nautical miles. Now, so what this means in the way of being a prop engine is that the prop engine will convert hydrogen into electricity to power itself. I'll drop the link to it all. It's all very in depth, and there's a video about it all off Airbus and everything. But it does look good for the future, the zero carbon emission front. The fact that it's potentially going on a prop already within 2035, that means it won't be long before it starts hitting the jet engines properly. But the fact of that Rolls-Royce have already done this on a jet-powered engine means that we are extremely close to this being on normal planes now, on passenger planes now. All right, Charlie, how you doing, mate? Great that you could join in, mate. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat a second. So what's coming to Liverpool on Sunday, mate? I'm working. I'm absolutely working. Yeah, it is a game changer, Wadder. I know. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Mark. They'll have you pedalling. There'll be pedals on your seat so you can charge it up, and depending how quicker you can pedal is how much they'll charge you. So go on, Alex. What's coming in on Sunday at Liverpool? Yeah, Lee, exactly, and it just fuels it even more with what they're saying. All right, mate, no problem. Just drop me a DM. Just drop me a DM. I'll pick it up later then. No worries. So yeah, so basically, Airbus have announced this off the back of the Rolls-Royce announcement. So obviously, it sort of massively pushed Airbus into this now and announcing this. The fact of the Rolls-Royce are one step ahead. All right, no worries, Alex. No worries. So that's some great news on the zero carbon emission front in the way of engines looking towards the future from Rolls-Royce and from Airbus. So off the back of that now, I don't know if you've seen it this week. Well, I don't know if you've seen any of this news this week. The government of Ghana has revealed its plans to launch a new national airline. So it's going to be called Ghana Airlines. Shock horror there. I couldn't see it being anything else. So the carrier will be created in a collaboration with fellow Ghanaian startup carrier Ashanti Airlines. And this will be based at Accra's Kyoka, excuse me, I haven't said that right, International Airport. The carrier so they're looking basically at having this new national airline. So they're looking at having this national airline in the skies by 2023. So there's going to be another new national airline out there by next year. They haven't said what date and month for it. Yeah, I've seen that today. I was going to bring that up in a bit, Stan. That it was on flight radar late before, wasn't it? That Lufthansa A380 departed the desert for storage from Frankfurt. Yeah, seen that before. So I was going to mention that a little bit later on towards the end. You beat me to that. Nah, don't worry, mate. It's fine. Don't worry. If you bring it up in the chat, it's fine. It's not a problem. I don't mind at all, mate. Yeah, it will be because obviously it's going to be. I don't know. Obviously, they haven't announced what aircrafts they're having. They haven't announced what aircrafts they're potentially purchasing or anything. It's just that they've said that they're going to have this. I'm going to have to look more into it, to be honest with you. What happens to Manchester face carrier supposed to go to Ghana? I don't know, Lee. I honestly don't know. So a lot of these slots that were potentially they were pre-purchased in potential of having it, whether they have been finalised still yet, I don't know. I'm still looking into some bits and bobs. But yeah, this could be it. This could be one of the ones that coming into Manchester. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Be nice. Be a great new airline for Manchester. Yeah, definitely, Neil. See, we can do a day trip. Definitely. You know what I'm like with my day trips. As many flights as I can in a day. It's got to be done. So the next bit of news. It's another knockback for Boeing. Basically, this one. So Boeing has temporarily suspended test flights of the 777-9. Now, this is after an unspecified issue occurred with the General Electric 9X engine. So Boeing's basically looking into this problem with GE Aerospace. So this is just another big knockback for. No, Lee, I know. So this basically, it's not looking good. Emirates I know Emirates are getting really, really shirty with Boeing over this because Emirates are the launch carrier for this aircraft. And President Tim Clark has basically stated that if the problem with the engine is more serious than what it is, than what they're thinking it might be, this could hold up the approval from the FAA, from which it's already been delayed God knows how many times, which means it would push back the approval from the FAA. Because I know they're planning to have this aircraft all approved and debuting in 2025, which is only a couple of years away. Now, this really puts it into jeopardy now because these are the new engines that are going on this 777-9. These are probably meant to be game changers. So, I don't know. All right, cheers, Alex. I'll have a look in a minute when I finish the live stream, mate. So, we already know that Emirates have been getting very, very antsy with Boeing on the pushbacks and the setbacks of this 777-9 because they've stopped production of the 777-300s. There's no more 300s anymore now. So, yeah, exactly, Mark, exactly. And they're getting really antsy. They've put a massive order in with Boeing, and Boeing have really just. I don't know what's going on with quality control at Boeing at the moment. I know they don't control the engine side of it, but there's a lot of stuff going on from Boeing's side that's obviously been delaying it as well. So hopefully they can find out what this issue is. Apparently, when they were testing the GE9X engine, it was basically they were conducting thermal exceed evaluations. So it's not, Neil. No, it's not like the 757. You know what I mean? You can't knock that plane at all. It's when they brought that aircraft out, it was a game changer, and I don't know, Boeing just haven't been right for a while now. So, but they were basically conducting thermal. There were thermal exceeds on the evaluations on the engine. I don't know what's going on with Boeing. It's like it is what is it really is at the moment. They just whatever they're building, it's just not coming out right. It's just not coming out right at all. And I think they've lost their ethos, a lot of them, with Boeing, because Boeing used to be all about quality and it's now about quantity, and it's getting it out and getting it all out and trying to beat whoever else it is. Yeah, I've seen that, Lee. I've seen Emirates are putting a lot of pressure on Airbus to try and bring an equivalent A380 out. It is, Neil. It really is disgraceful, mate. It's disgraceful what's coming out of Charleston. It's the quality controls are shocking. It absolutely is. Yeah, they are Wadders. They really are. It proves it when the A321 and the A321 Neo is basically your only option to a mid-range aircraft. So where it was the 757 was the competitor, Boeing have got nothing to compete against the A321 now. So this is why people and airlines have been calling for Boeing to either make a 757 MAX or come up with a complete new aircraft that's going to compete with that. But yeah, Airbus is basically at the moment they are in the position Boeing were in a lot of years ago. A lot of years ago. They really are. It just where Boeing was, you know, you look. It says, for example, when the American carriers who wouldn't touch Airbus for toffee, you look at most of their fleet now. Most of their fleet is Airbus fleet compared to Boeing fleet. It's completely flipped. So they just need to get their act together. They really do, Boeing. It's like issues with the Max, the issues with the 777. They just can't get it right, and there's still ongoing issues with the Dreamliner. And you know how long's that been out? And they're still having issues with the Dreamliner. So you can't keep. I'm sorry, but as much as the lovely aircrafts and the beautiful aircrafts, I love the 777. I love the Dreamliner as a going on it. Do you know what I mean? It's beautiful, but hi Calvin, you all right, mate? And it's one of them. It's horrible to say that these aircrafts are so beautiful, the gorgeous aircrafts, and they fail on quality control because Boeing can't be bothered to stick to their ethos. It's all about the money to Boeing now. It's not about. It's not. It's literally not about the giving them the best product. It's about giving them the quickest product. Exactly what Mark said and what I've just said as well, Neil. Yeah, exactly. It's literally what does it say when US carriers who would never look at Airbus in the light of day are basically now going, yeah, I'll have the Airbus now. It's a better aircraft. That's not good. I honestly think one more. I really do think if this 777-9 doesn't take off for Boeing and doesn't do well, I really think Boeing are in trouble. Personally, I really do think Boeing could be in some serious trouble as a manufacturer. And you know what you're left with then? You're left with Embraer, and that's it really. So exactly. It's like Jet Two are pitching. You look at Jet Two; they're a complete Boeing fleet. They're going to Airbus. You then KLM now are switching to Airbus, and there's also switching to Embraer. So what is it saying that they don't? It just shows that these airlines aren't trusting Boeing's product. Excuse me. Oh, trying to cough in at the same time. So I said back to a bit more news on Airbus as well. Korean Air this week has welcomed its first A321 Neo to its fleet, and they plan to introduce that A321 Neo into service this month. And Korean Air has already they've got 30 jets on order, and they expect to have them in service by 2027. Now, these are only going to be used on the short haul routes, which is China, Southeast Asia, and Japan. But that's another airline that had a mixed fleet. So but it had quite a bit of Boeing fleet, and now they're shifting away to more towards Airbus again. So it's just backing up the fact that more people are going towards Airbus. The next bit of news is Croatia Air. So they're basically now trying to place themselves in a competitive market. They really are. So from what they're doing, I can see what they're trying to do. So they've confirmed the firmed order, of 6 Airbus A220s, 300s, and they're going to lease another 9. So take his commitment up to 15. Now, I know I've spoke about the last couple of weeks. There have been a lot of issues with the A220, with its engines, with the Pratt and Whitney engines, but that still just shows that even though they've got a few engine issues and they're trying to resolve it with Pratt and Whitney, there's still confidence in buying that product. Where it from again, it's with the Boeing scenario again. They just don't. They're not entertaining a replacement for that 220 via Boeing. They'd rather stick with Airbus and get Airbus and Pratt and Whitney to resolve that issue than go somewhere else. Another new. So there's a Ukrainian carrier called SkyUp Airlines. They have just been approved to operate flights to and from the UK. So the CAA has given the airline a third country permit. So basically, I don't know what airports they're going to start operating out of, but they have obviously the UK have given them a license to fly in and out of the UK. So I don't know whether they're a budget airline. I'll need to do a bit more looking into that airline as a few other bits, but I don't know whether they're a budget airline or just like a generic airline for the Ukraine. I've never actually heard of them before, so might be one to look into. Bit of sad news coming out of Singapore Airlines this week as well. So, as of May 2023, Singapore Airlines is going to stop the use of its A380s on the New York and Frankfurt routes. This is because Singapore has seen a bigger demand for that aircraft on the other side of the world. So basically East Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia. So they have deemed that A380 is needed more on them routes than it is flying to New York and Frankfurt. So as of May 2023, if you wanted to fly on Singapore A380, get it in before then, because after that, it's gone. It's not doing them routes. It's going to be pushed more onto the Asian side, the East Asia side, Australia, them routes. So just have to keep an eye on that. No, I've not seen anything in. I've got some news on Air India at the moment, so I think that's why it's not been confirmed. Like, I guess it's a charter flights, 2 Jet 2, like Smart Links or higher. Yeah, Mark. More than likely. So, excuse me. So to back up that Singapore Airlines news on the A380s, the other bit of news coming out of Singapore this week is that Singapore Airlines and the Tata Group are merging Air India and Vistara together by March 2024. So these two airlines are going to merge as one, because we all know that Air India has been struggling for a long time. And they've had so many handovers and changes that, it's not great. No, I didn't see that, Stan. I haven't seen that. To be fair, mate, I've been in work till 5 o'clock, so I've not really seen much news today. But Singapore have also said that with this merger, I thought you were going to say good news from Singapore. Yeah, Neil, please, I'd wish that. I'd love that to happen, but apparently they've. It's from 5 days. Do you know what, Stan? I haven't seen it, mate. I really have been busy at work. I've missed out on so much stuff this last few weeks. Well, thanks for dropping it in the chat, mate. It's great to see you all dropping stuff like that in the chat. Yeah, so Singapore Airlines have announced with this Tata, well, I've announced because of this merger between Vistara and Air India that they're going to invest $250 million into this when this merger happens. So you probably will see them. I don't know how it's going to work, as in, will they still operate as as liveried up as Air India and Vistara, and they're just going to merge together like that? Or they're going to go one way and have them all liveried in one way or the other way? I don't know. But I would imagine you will see them, some aircraft and some flights operate under Singapore flight numbers in the future from 2024 onwards. So let's keep an eye out for that. Oh, that's good. I know that they've got a massive, massive fleet, Air Baltic, of A220s. I know that. Yeah, it'll be a culture. It will be a culture. That's what I was thinking of, Lee. Culture. They will culture it. You'll see on certain flights, because you see it on some Delta flights with Virgin, that they code-share it. And the last little bit of news I've got was, I don't know if you've seen this, on the 29th of November. Yeah, I want to try that one myself, Neil. I really do. It's a long flight for an A220. I am intrigued, and I'm just wondering how much that one would actually cost to do, because that could be quite a good one. I know you've got it in mind to do as well, haven't you? You said you were looking at it yourself potentially to do as well. Sorry. So that keep an eye out for that. Yeah. So on November 29th, Eva Boeing 777 skidded off the runway in Vancouver, and it got stuck in the mud. Now, this was apparently due to heavy snow and icy parts of the runway. No one was injured, and the aircraft was absolutely fine. So that's all great news on that one. I'm moving one of its A380s this weekend in preparation for its re-entry. Yeah, they moved it. That's not bad, that, Neil. That's not bad at all. Yeah, they moved one today. It was on flight radar. It was on flight radar today. They've moved it. Absolutely moved it today. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it'd be a great one to vlog that, Neil. That'll be an epic vlog. That one. That'll be an epic vlog to Tenerife. Because you could look at some other stuff around that as well. That's all right, Wadders. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, mate. I say it was on flight radar this afternoon. I seen it ping up on my phone, and Stan dropped it in the chat just before I was going to mention it later on. So, but yeah, with this either, no one was harmed, nothing was damaged, and it basically got it out, and it was all right and everything. So, great news on that. But just shows, no matter how much work the airports and the staff do, stuff like this happens, and it generally does happen. For me, that is all the news from this week. So there's a lot of good news coming out. I know the last few weeks has been a little bit doom and gloom and not been good news and this, that, and the other, but that happens. But this week, a lot of good news, a lot of announcements, and looking good for the future. So the next thing I want to talk about, just before we do the giveaway, is obviously the next part of the vlog of what's already up is already out there. If you've not seen it, go onto my channel, have a look. Anyone tonight, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please hit the like for this tonight. It really helps this get out there in the way of YouTube and the algorithm and all that palaver that YouTube do. But yeah, no, Liz, I'm keeping a close eye on what's going on with that. So, it's been a great, successful year for the first year. We're only 11 months into the channel, but as I say, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you enjoy these weeklies, please keep coming back. Hit that notification. Hit the thumbs up. It all helps the algorithm and all helps me. So, for me, obviously, the vlog part 2 of the vlog's hopefully coming out next week. I'm working on it at the moment. So the subscription numbers we're on so far, and I'd say this has been absolutely epic. You know, the fact we're 11 months old. I was only planning on it in 1K by the end of the 12-month period for the channel and everything. And we're actually at 1.8K, which is absolutely outstanding. You know, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, who's liked it, who joins, who watches. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. What we are trying to do though, and I need your help with this, guys, is that if you, as like I said, just if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please like it. And we're really trying to hit that 2K by the end of the year. We really are, because we're so close. We want to see if we can get that 2K by the end of the year, which would be absolutely fantastic if we do it. You know, us this in 1.8K is just absolutely, you know, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. You know, I work my backside off. The people who work with me, they work their backsides off. The mods, the admins, they all work their backsides off to help me. And, you know, we all do a fantastic job. So, away from that now, I am going to get on to the draw. So, just give me 2 seconds while I set it up. I'm just going to set it all up for you guys. So, obviously, I'm just going to run through the prizes one more time for you guys. Oh, hey up. Trying to break the computer here. So, we all, you know, everyone that's entered, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You know, I'm just going to run over the prizes one more time for you. I know, because if people are in who haven't entered, you know, I apologise. 1 second. Oh. Oh, it's all falling apart here, guys. It's all falling apart. Never goes to plan. Never goes to plan. Right. So, sorry about that, guys. So basically, the giveaway was the 1K giveaway, which we've surpassed that by now. This was only meant to be done next year. So you get obviously the sunglasses. I'll show them that they will be sealed. These are the ones you will get, the runway playing cards. Oops, turn around. Runway international playing cards. So these are the cards again. I'll show you guys just to show you. I know if I've done it every week, but these are the playing cards. So, you know, different runway for every card. Oh, hey, oh, it's all falling apart. I'll do that. Fix that in a minute. You're obviously getting the A380 model. And, last but not least, what you always want in your life, a couple of Living It Large aviation stickers. So that's the prizes. Whoever wins it tonight, I will be posting it next week, or probably Tuesday next week, because I'm off that day. So I'm just going to spin the camera around, guys. So let's move it across for you. So there you go. So that's everyone that's entered. Everyone that's entered. Let me get it on there. Right. So thank you very much for everyone that entered. And I wish you all luck. And here we go. Drum roll, please, because we are going to pick the random winner. Good luck to you all. And the winner is Plane Spotting Ringway. Well done, mate. Well done. Congratulations for winning that, buddy. Congratulations. Well done, mate. I'm sure, didn't your dad win the A380 tag? If you're still in the chat, that is. So, if he's still in the chat, just ask him, was it his? I'm sure it was his. 1 second, guys. I'm sure it was his dad that actually won the A380 tag giveaway. So, well, congratulations to Plane Spotting Ringway. I will get your details off you, mate, and I will post that all out to you next week. Congratulations. That is actually the last. That is actually the last giveaway this year. We weren't planning on this giveaway till next year, but this is the last one for this year now. We are going to be doing one in January. We're trying to get some bits together at the moment, and we are literally going to give it everything, and we'll try and give something. Start of the year, we'll try and get something with a bang for you guys, something decent. So just want to touch on the last few more things before I wrap it up for the evening, because as I know, Strictly's on, and there's people that want to watch Strictly. So as I've been told tonight a couple of times, I just don't get it. Just don't get it. So just to let you know, obviously, a few of you have messaged me privately and said when am I next spotting at Manchester, and I haven't been able to give you a date on that. So I am going to go to Manchester on either the 10th or the 11th of December, as long as my associate and my other half says I'm free. If I'm free, I know, or I am booked up, because she deals with all that diary stuff. I don't have time for it anymore now, unfortunately. So she deals with all the diary stuff, and and lets me know when I'm free and when I'm available to go out and play and watch planes. See, I told you that, Sharon. No one's interested in Strictly. So I didn't do it last week because I just don't like butchering everyone every week about this. So I want to go on about the tag. Yeah, it's not one. Just wrap up warm. You'll be right, lad. You'll be right. Trust me, it'll be right. Be all right. It's worth it. It's worth it now. So I've touched on these on quite a few lives. You've seen them on my socials and this, that, and the other. So obviously the collaboration with Wingscraft, we got the absolutely fantastic chance to get these. So anyone who's in the chat, anyone who's new in the chat tonight who haven't seen it, I'm going to show you it now. This is what it is. So basically, with Wingcrafts, we got the ability to get hold of Emirates A380 aircraft tags, but these are just Manchester-based aircraft tags. Now, this Emirates A380 is the very, very first Emirates A380, which has now obviously been broken down, and they've had tags made from it. These are official from Emirates. So the opportunity that we got was with Wingscraft. There was a lot of to and fro with them, and this is actually, no word of a lie, this will be a great Christmas present for the aviation person in your life. If you're struggling to get them something, these tags do get delivered quite quickly. Thank you for putting the email in the chat, Sharon. So that email in the chat is, if you would like to purchase one of these, you just drop me an email and I will message you privately and get it sorted. So these are limited to just 20, and these are the tags. So they are Living at Large Aviation tags. You see the branded there. They are limited to just 20. They are Manchester-based ones only, because that's what we went with, because me being a spotter at Manchester, I wanted the Manchester-based tags. Now, this tag is not just one-sided like your normal tags, which I will show you now, which I forgot to pick up, which is a dingbat of me. I don't know what I've done with it now. What have I done with that tag? Never mind. I've put my tag down. I can't find it now. So the normal generic tags that you actually get. So they're normally just one-sided. That's it. End of it. So let's say these ones here, Living at Large Aviation brand on it, Manchester-based. The information on this side is about, I do accept PayPal, Lee. It's fine. If you drop me an email, we'll discuss all that. So basically, this side is Manchester. It's not in there. It's me Jet2 tag. I've put it somewhere. That's just Vicky trying to find it for us. So this side of the tag is basically all Manchester-based. It tells you everything about Manchester, about that first Emirates aircraft. So its first flight into Manchester was on the 23rd of January 2011. It did 46 landings at Manchester. That is that side of the tag. Now, just to show you, that's the thickness of them tags. Now, I placed my other one, like the Jet2 one I've got, against the side of it, and it's only half as thick. The other skin tag I've got is only half. This is like really, really thick and heavy duty. So on the other side of the tag is this. Now this is literally all the generic information about that first A380. So if you're interested what the reg is, if you couldn't see on the picture, it's Alpha 6 Echo Delta Alpha, if you want to go and check that up. So it was first in service in August 08, and it last service was April 20. So all this is the information that you will get regardless of the information. So it did 62 destinations, 6,319 flights. It flew 55,863 hours, and it carried 2.1 million passengers. Now, I don't know a tag out there today, and I'm not just blowing, because these are basically, I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's backside, because these are my brand. These have got my branding on them. I have never seen a tag out there today with all this information on it relating to an aircraft. Now, the finish is there, the quality's there. You can see Neil in the chat at the moment. He's got one. We've sold about 4 of these so far. Now, obviously, a lot of people will be put off with the price of them. So the price is $110. So converting that at the moment to around about £98. But that does include the delivery fee from Dubai. So these basically get shipped to you from Wingscraft from Dubai. Once you've dropped me an email, we go through all the procedures of sorting it all out. They basically, as Neil said in the chat, we've pretty much been getting them within a week because they've been coming via DHL at the moment. And I think that's the carrier that they use for posting them. So I think Neil ordered his on a Sunday, I think it was, and he had it on the Friday or something. He had it within 5 to 6 days, basically. Well, within under a week, he had this tag, and he's posted pictures on his social and everything. Now, on top of this tag, you also get a certificate of authenticity from Emirates, just to tell you that this is from Emirates. So it comes in, obviously, you've seen the outside of the box. Show you again. So that's the outside of the box. That's what it looks like in the box, guys. Yeah. Cheers, Neil. Thank you very much. Because I did have an email of someone asking me whether these were all above board and everything. They actually are all above board. It really is, mate. It really is. So there you go. 4 days. 4 days it took. Now, coming closer to Christmas, that's going to be more of a struggle. So if you do want one, I'd suggest getting one ordered as soon as possible, because the closer it gets to Christmas, the less chance you are of getting one for Christmas. So comes in a lovely, like, velvety presentation box inside. You also get a certificate of authenticity from Emirates, and you also get the backstory of the A380 as well. It tells you a bit more information on that card as well. I say today, I have never seen a tag on the market like this. And to get something involved in something like this is absolutely fantastic for a channel that's only 11 months old. To get something like this is absolutely outstanding. And for me personally, guys, every sale that we make on these, we do get a little bit of the proceeds of the sale, but it all goes back into the channel. It all goes back into equipment. I'm trying to make the vlogs just for you guys, try and make the vlogs better for you guys. So, straight up and honest with you, if you do want one of these guys, drop me an email at livingitlargeaviation@outlook.com. Sharon's dropped it in the chat already. If someone else would like to drop it again in the chat. I know. Cheers, thank you very much. Apparently I'm free on the 10th and 11th of December now. Yeah, exactly. Neil's putting it all in the chat there, mate. And, he's putting it all in the chat there, what he's got. And, thumbs up. And thank you very much for Neil for buying one. A fellow YouTuber helping another YouTuber out purchasing that is an absolute diamond for doing that. So that's the tag. I say, if anyone is interested in one and purchasing one for Christmas for a loved one, for a family member, drop me an email. If it's just for yourself, just drop me one. Just drop me an email. I'll drop you a message straight back, and we'll go through the procedure getting you one ordered up. I've done the giveaway, which well done to Charlie from the Planes Bossing Ringway. Well done, mate, for winning all that stuff. I say, I'm sure your dad won that A380 tag. I'm going to have a word with my computer. It seems to be rigging it for you at the moment. But yeah. So I'll get them posted out to you on Tuesday next week, Charlie. Don't worry about that, mate. And, well, I think there's the last couple of things now. before we call it a night, guys. So yeah, obviously, no, that's it, guys. That's literally it. So, is there anything you guys want to ask me yourselves now while we're in the chat? Ask away. What's that? This day's funny. Wanted the airfare. Now wants an aircraft tag law. Oh well, Neil. Oh well, Lee. You know what I mean. It's one of them. It's one of them. But yeah, just guys, I can't stress how good they are. Tag won't cut food, but it looks stunning. Yeah, it does. And Neil's the. It's nice to see someone in the chat who's purchased one go and telling you all about it, because I can harp on till the cows come home of how good these tags are. But it's great to see. Yeah, I'll check it on Facebook, mate. No worries. I'll have a look on Facebook, mate. Stan, it's something we're looking at in the future. I think me and Neil have potentially got one. We've got to organise it when we're both free. We're potentially sorting out a live from Leeds Bradford, I think it is. What's the airport you want to visit most? That's a. Do you know what? I've never actually thought about what actual airport. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, tell a lie, it is JFK, because I want to go that TWA hotel. I want to go that TWA hotel because you did a vlog on it, didn't you, Neil? I shout. While I'm on here, give a shout out. Go check out Neil Moment in the Sky on YouTube, and if you haven't subscribed to him, go drop him a sub and go drop him a like, because he does some really great vlogs. He does some great hotel vlogs and some great flight vlogs, and we did a few vlogs together as well. And we're looking to do some more next year. Yeah, I think it'd have to be JFK, Neil. I really do, for the TWA hotel and going on Connie. What else? Have I missed anything else in the chat with questions? Have you ever thought of done that? Yeah. Moving aircraft to Gatwick and getting the I've seen that. I've seen that. Now that may reopen the slot. Do you remember the shuttle flight that Manchester used to do to Gatwick? That may reopen that, which then opens up a lot of possibilities for me in the way of vlogging. If BA do reopen that shuttle flight to Gatwick, which I please, BA, if you're actually watching this, open up that shuttle flight to Gatwick, because there's flights I want to take from Gatwick. Yeah, I say, guys, if you've not seen it, go check out Neil's vlog on the TWA hotel. It's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I loved it. It was great. And it made me want to go there even more. It's because there's quite a few vlogs of it out there. But yeah, Neil's is a really good vlog on that one. And yeah, guys, massive shout out to Neil. He's been, when I first started up this channel and we got talking when he did an Instagram live a good few months ago now, he's been really, really helpful. Really, really helpful in some of the stuff in the ways to channel in what to do, and some great advice. He really has given me some great advice, and in sorting some stuff out as well. And it's great, absolutely great. Yeah, I miss some Lee as well. There's a few iconic airlines I miss. I never got to fly on Pan Am or TWA myself. I wish I did have the opportunity for that. Yeah, exactly, Neil. It would be. Wow, that just definitely shows how long it goes ago, because they don't think they have any 737s now, do they? What does That's all. It's just the A320s, ones and 20s. Well, I don't know. Just if they open that Gatwick route up, it would give me a lot of more opportunities in the way of vlogs, because there's a few flights that go out of Gatwick that I want to do, and I don't have really any way of getting there. So, in the other way of shout outs as well, while we're talking about shout outs, I want to give Think Planes a shout out as well. I'm obviously a moderator for Think Planes, as most of you guys know, and some of the people who are in the chat tonight know I am a moderator for Think Planes. Massive shout out to Liz and Simon. They, again, have been helping me massively in the way of information and what to do and what not to do and what to try and what not to try. Doing these lives every week is down to Liz and Simon. You know, their idea of doing it to try and help me out to get my viewing hours up, and you know, we have to hit them targets on YouTube to get monetized. So we've got to find ways of getting the hours up. The vlogs just won't do it all the time, you know. And thank you to Simon for that day when he forced me to do a live. Forced me to do a live on Manny at the RVP. Thank you very much for that, mate. I appreciate that. Meant a lot. Cheers, Matt, for dropping Neil's link there for the TWA hotel. And yeah, I just, you know, shout out to them too on YouTube, and they've been massive, massive. You know, they're massive helping me out and pushing this channel forward, and especially the people I've got behind me, like Vicky. She does her own stuff and she works and she massively helps me push the channel. You know, a shout out to my mods and my other admins and like Mark and Sharon. You know, Wadders is a mod for me as well. Amy, you know, and even Keith. You don't really see Keith that much, but he does a few things in the background on the Facebook group. And, you know, they are Wadders, they really are. And you know what? The advice they've given me recently has been brilliant, and it's just helped to keep pushing the channel onwards and upwards. And we've got some things coming in for next year, and you know, stuff that I need to speak to Neil about, and because he knows stuff on that, and trying to get launched in for next year just to try and push this channel further and further on. So, you know, I hope you've enjoyed this tonight. I really do. I do try my best every week to try and make these entertaining enough for you guys to stick around. And cheers, Matt, for dropping that. And you know, just to make you, you know, I want to try and introduce new things, but at the moment I'm just trying to keep it as it is. We'll probably start introducing new things into the weekly chat from next year. But at the moment, we're just going to stick to how it is. We are going to bump, just because of the way work is at the moment for the pair of us, for me and Vicky, we are actually going to bump the live chats to 8 p.m. now instead of 7:30. Just give us that extra bit of a window. Just for the fact of we're just rushing too much, because we're literally just rushing around too much in the evening to get it all set up. So just to give us a bit more time, we're just going to push it from 8 o'clock from now on. But yeah, thank you for everyone that's joined tonight. I really do appreciate it. Keep your eyes on the socials. There is some big things coming soon. And if you are interested again in the tags, just drop me an email. And again, congratulations to Charlie from Playing Spotting Ringway for winning the giveaway. And Clive, thank you very much. Take care, mate. Thank you very much. And I will call it there. And I wish you all a great evening and have a great time. See you later. Bye, guys.